nothing says shred quite like snakeskin. And with a truly shredsational, jam-packed artist roster with names like 𝙀𝙈𝙄𝙏𝙀𝙀, Neil Schon, Gus G, it's no surprise that the mighty Blackstar amplification is going to keep this tradition of snakeskin alive and well with the release of their brand new limited edition snakeskin 𝙎𝙈𝙆𝙀𝙀𝙀 MK3. Now listen, if you know me and you know Masters of Shred, you know that I am no stranger to Blackstar's line of products. Of course, I have my trusty Amped 2 that I take when I'm on the road all the time. Incredible, sounds amazing, super convenient. And not to mention my Seafoam Cream limited edition Sweetwater exclusive HT1 1-tube watt right there, and it sounds incredible. And of course, I have my blonde HT1 half stack there, which is a 1x12 and the 1 watt head. Sounds amazing, looks great. It's actually behind me. Let me see if we can get a shot of that. But the one thing that I did not have was a good tube head. And I'm a firm believer in the same sense that every guitar player should have one Les Paul in their collection, one nice Fender Strat in their collection, and then whatever else they want to add, you need to have that one good tube head amp. And luckily for me, Blackstar came through with flying colors. So you take snakeskin with my favorite amp company, you put them into one, and you bring it to my attention and ask me if I want one, oh, you better believe it. Though the finish of this amp is new and a limited edition, the amp itself is not. So this amp has been out since 2023 and has been making definitely some good rumblings within the guitar community. The difference here is this incredible snakeskin wrap job on this amp. It's amazing and it looks killer, and it will look awesome in your shred den. So what I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna give you a rundown of the features that I like that pertain to my style of playing that really stand out to me above other amps on the markets. And maybe you'll feel the same way about these features as well, and maybe it'll pertain to your playing. So let's just dive right in. So the first thing I love about this amp is the fact that it has a power soak option. And we all know that power soaks are not a new thing. It literally stemmed from the mad scientists of shred, the mighty Tom Schultz of Boston, and it just makes every amp more practical, especially if you're working with a 100-watt beast. At the end of the day, there's not many situations where you can crank that 100 watts, but you still want that tube tone, and that's what I'm all about. I want the tube tone at lower volume, and that's exactly what this amp does. So it actually brings it down to 10, which still has a lot of meat in it. It's pretty loud, but again, you're not gonna blow your windows out, you're not gonna piss your neighbors off, none of that kind of stuff. So it's a great, great feature, and again, a 100-watt head, love it. Awesome job, Blackstar. Love that. Okay, now this next feature is really, really important to me, okay? I am not a tech guy. I'm not a techie. Sometimes, a lot of times, I really wish I was. So when I see these new technical advancements coming out in the guitar world, whether it be new plugins or these new DAWs, I already have a hard time as it is getting my head around some of the DAW features that I'm working with now. So when it comes to amps, simplicity is key for me, and maybe you're the same way too, okay? So when I have to connect an amp to my DAW, which honestly, I never even had the luxury of doing that before. Well, this is where Blackstar comes through again with flying colors. They literally have a USB-C port on the back of this amp that goes directly into your computer. Now, that's all great from afar, at least in my view, but what I was more concerned is, okay, will my Logic Pro pick it up? Is it gonna be a problem? Do I gotta keep on plugging and unplugging this thing, trying to get it to read it? Is it gonna be an issue? And then what's it gonna sound like once it's in? This is just the way I think, not being a tech guy. I don't wanna deal with the hassle or the headache. Well, I can tell you confidently, Blackstar has made it seamless. The process of connecting this amp into your computer is seamless. I literally took the USB-C cable, plugged it directly into my MacBook, and we were in business. Immediately, Logic Pro picked this up, put it in as the input, and I had the same exact tone from the 𝙎𝙈𝙆𝙆𝙀 MK3 directly into my MacBook Pro Logic Pro DAW, which is amazing. I've never had something work so seamlessly and so easy before. And it's great because now I can tinker with this amp, get my tone down, right? My signature tone that I'm gonna really lock in and craft with it, and then I can play it here, in here, on a stage, and also record with the same tone. Now, you may be saying, yeah, well, Derek, that's been done like forever. You can do that. Again, I'm not a tech guy, and I can tell you I've made attempts to do it with other, offerings before, and yeah, it never really worked out that easy. So again, that's a feature I love of this. They have made it easy, and if you're like me, that's what you're looking for, easiness. You want to just focus on the fretboard. Let's get the tone in there and let's go to work. So awesome Blackstar. Absolutely love how easy it is to connect this to your DAW and get business rolling. And this leads me to the next reason why I love this head. So it also stores 3 cabs on it, 3 cab profiles as a part of Blackstar's CabRig DSP speaker simulator software. Now you can connect to the CabRig software directly through your Blackstar Architect software, which is a free download. Once you have that downloaded, all you gotta do is connect your head to your computer via the USB-C, as we discussed earlier, and you are good to go. You're gonna see all the different tone options that this software offers you, all the different cabinets, all the different miking scenarios. It's incredible, and you have 2 cabinets to bounce it off of. So really, skies is the limit. You can experiment to get your signature tone. Another cool thing about it is that there are 3 cab settings simulations already stored with 0 latency, and they sound awesome, and you can program your own into those. So when you disconnect from your DAW, you can have those new patches with those different cabs saved in your head, and you can go take it right on the stage. Super, super cool. And the cool thing is, I already love what's on it. I have 3 options as it is, and they all sound fantastic, and they all sound different from each other. So the options and what you have there for tone is truly remarkable. There's a lot of versatility in this amp. And truthfully, the thing I love the most about Blackstar's line of products is the versatility and the consistency. When I turn it on, I'm getting the tone I turned it off with every time, and I've never had failures. So to me, it is the biggest bang for the buck, but it's more than that, because usually bang for your buck items are seen as being, what, cheap in a way? They're not. I mean, you look at the roots of Blackstar. These were engineers from Marshall, okay? No joke, and they had a vision that was different than Marshall's, and they ran with it. They followed their hearts, and they made it work, and what they have produced, the whole line of products, is incredible. Now, the last thing I'm going to cover about this amp, again, because this is personal preference for me, all right? You have your reverb people, you have your delay people, and you have your reverb and delay people. I'm happy to say I'm a reverb guy. I'm just starting to tinker with delay, but it hasn't been a crucial part of my sound at all. I've always been a reverb guy, and I think that probably stems from Randy Rhoads being a huge influence on me, and I could always hear reverb in his playing. So I'm a reverb guy, and the cool thing about this amp is that they offer 2 different reverbs, not just one. And let's be real, most amp builders, if you're lucky, you see 1 reverb knob, and a lot of them won't even give you that. It is just literally distortion or a clean channel. That's it. And I'm usually, I'm happier than a pig in you-know-what when I just find 1 reverb switch on an amp. Well, this Blackstar 𝙎𝙈𝙆𝙀 100 MK3 actually has 2, and they sound totally different. So with this amp, you have 2 different types of reverbs, a dark and a light. So the dark reverb is voiced to have a warm room quality, and then the light reverb is voiced to have more of a bright, airy quality, typical of a plate style reverb. And that, folks, is the brand new limited edition release Blackstar 𝙎𝙈𝙆𝙀 100 MK3 in snakeskin. Now, where can you get this? You can get it right now, today, the day this video drops, at Chicago Music Exchange, Pitbull Audio, and Sweetwater. Now, if you like this video, let us know. Like the video, share the video with your friends who are maybe in the market for a really cool, badass looking tube head, okay? Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you can get updates when we drop more videos, and trust me, we're gonna be dropping a lot. We're talking new Pages in Time videos. We are talking new talking shreds. We're talking new excursions. We're gonna give it to you all right? Just show us a little bit of that support back, show us you care, it means a lot to us. And of course, make sure to follow us on social media at Masters of Shred on Instagram, and of course, my personal account at Mr. Shred Official. Let us know your thoughts of the brand new limited edition release, Snakeskin Blackstar HT Venue 100, in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.